Alive, alive and live. It's good to be alive, good to be back with you. And today we are doing our messages of magic, and we're going to invest about 30 minutes together. I am delighted to be back with you. And the purpose of this time that we're going to invest together is to really help address some questions that have already been submitted. So we'll get to those questions. And also, thank you so much. And also to talk about how do you get yourself right back on track when you're off track? Because that tends to happen to many people. It happens to everyone that's working towards a goal. And so I'm going to share something with you from my favorite book, Feeling is the Secret, and give some guidance as well. So I want to welcome everyone. Grab yourself a seat, get settled. Good to be here with you. We're going to talk about being in alignment with the goods that you desire, what to do when you get yourself off track, how to get yourself right back on track. I'm just looking to see if I have something. It looks like my, there we go. I just want to clean my little window off there a little bit. And, oh, that's good. Mary says I was definitely off track, but thank God I'm back. And what's fascinating with all of that, hey, Beate, good to see you. Kevin's here. Pamela's here. Oriane's here. Kian Renata is here. Awesome. Okay, great. Well, too late. Isn't too late. Celine, you're saying that Celine's just saying she found the YouTube live link, but I just went live. Is that okay? Do I need to change? Let me know. Hey, Jane's on YouTube as well. So hopefully I can just use the link that I've already opened up and it's all good. But Celine, you can let me know and then we'll move forward. All right. So, I love and appreciate people that are honest and saying that they've been off track or have found that they've gone off track on their objectives. And what's fascinating is everybody gets off track. And it's not just something that may occur once in a while. Sometimes getting off track is something that occurs all the time and throughout the day even. Hey, Lorette, good to see you here. Darlene's on the call. Hey, Darlene, good to have you here. For example, you've got an objective in mind. You set your sights on something that you would love to experience in your life, and you're focusing and you're staying focused and you're doing all the things that are really creating that alignment of you feeling as if you're already there, but yet something happens or something occurs or a thought comes in your mind and you find yourself completely off track. So what do? You want to be ready. You really want to be ready for when those events occur or those moments happen, that you're ready to put yourself back on track just like this. And the reason is because whatever you are feeling, whatever you're feeling, whatever is the strongest emotion will impact your results. And it's like Neville Goddard says in Feeling is the Secret. This is really important. I want you to really listen to what he says. He says, every feeling makes a subconscious impression. And unless it is counteracted by a more powerful feeling of the opposite nature, it must be expressed. It will be expressed. So he says the dominant of two feelings is the one expressed. For example, I am healthy is stronger than I will be healthy. Same thing with I am wealthy is very different from I will be wealthy. And I'm always correcting people when they're having conversations with me and they're talking about, well, it's coming or it'll be here in the future. The way that you manifest, the way that you really, really make things happen, make magic happen in your life is to feel as if you already have that which you desire right now, as if it's already in your life. So you're feeling states like gratitude. You're feeling states or emotional states like joy or elation, or maybe it's relief as well. So you've got to focus. And this really takes intense practice. And it takes you using your mental faculty called will, the will to hold an idea with your mind's eye, with your attention, until it manifests into physical form. Now, the reason why people get off track is because we're such habitual creatures, because we're conditioned to think the same way and to feel the same way as well. So if you're really looking to produce different results in your life, you've got to condition yourself accordingly and get really good at putting yourself back on track the moment you find that you're off track. So there's many methodologies of doing that. One of the most effective ways, I'm just going to grab my little sign here. One of the most effective ways, of course, is with your Power Life script, which I'm certain you've heard me discuss multiple times. And the reason is because you condition your subconscious mind through space-time repetition of a new idea, of the idea that's aligned with what it is that you're looking to create. So I have my little earbuds here. They're in a pretty little case that my niece gave me. And this little earbud case, I keep charged. I keep it in my office. It's charged again right now. I was listening to it a number of times this morning. But my Power Life script is talking about me living my ideal life. It's the vision of what that looks like to me. But more importantly, what's in my Power Life script, which is on my iPhone. Oh, there's my iPhone. We're using it for Instagram here. The what's on my Power Life script are the emotions that I feel now that all of these goals and desires are already manifested in my life, including the things that I've already manifested. And the reason why I include those things is because they're so important to me. They're priorities in my life, and I absolutely intend on continuing to live this incredible life that I'm living and have it get even better and better and better. And that's possible. It's possible for anyone and everyone. It doesn't matter where you are right now. If you really want to experience an extraordinary life, a life filled with abundance, a life filled with joy, a life filled with everything that you desire, it's absolutely possible. But the work must be done. And that's really part of the work, is not only constructing your own Power Life script and creating your own Power Life script and recording your own Power Life script, but it's listening to it repetitively day after day after day after day after day. So I've already listened to my Power Life script multiple times today, and I'll be listening to it again later because I'm going to be going on a big walk, and I always listen to it when I'm out walking, and I'll listen to it in the evening, maybe as I'm preparing dinner, because I'll be making dinner a little bit later. So I listen to it multiple times every single day. So today we really wanted to give you some guidance and some suggestions on how to put yourself right back on track. Well, that's one way. Another way is to simply ask yourself a question that leads to the emotional feeling of having the desire that you want. So you ask yourself a question like, what would I love? What would I love? What's wonderful about me knowing that I've already manifested my goals into physical form? What's wonderful about that? What am I grateful for? These are all questions that will cause you to feel good about who you are. And I'm in practices, daily practices. So I wake up in the morning, and you've heard me say this before, I'll look at and I'll study my bank statements and my investment statements and my sales reports with joy. Of course, they're all mocked up so that I see them and feel them. Like I go to bed at night asking myself, now that my dream is fulfilled, how do I feel every night? Not once in a while, every single night. You want to be doing that as well. I'll write my gratitude journal. I'll be feeling genuine gratitude throughout the day for my goals as if they've already manifested into physical form. I do affirmations. I do mirror work. I do visualization, all of these things. I started a new practice just last week. I have this journal that I have on my desk here. And what I do is I write every day, I write my goal, the goal that I have on my goal card, my top goal. I write this in my journal multiple times every single day. But I don't just sit there and through the practice of just sitting there and writing it with a pen and paper, I feel it. Right? I feel it. And that's important. You've got to feel it. You got to feel it as if it's here right now, not next week, not sometime coming, right now. That's a little distinction that'll make a big, 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 big difference. The other thing that I've started to do as a new practice is I've been reading this book every day. And when I read it out loud. So I'll sit in the family room, I'll sit in the living room, I'll sit in my office, it'll be sitting on my bed or whatever, and I just start to read it, and I read it out loud. This book is concerned with, and it's fun. I like doing that. Sometimes my husband's listening to me read it, but either way, I'm reading it every day. Why am I doing all of these things? Because I know how important it is to really feel and connect to your desires as if they're already there. Plus, habitually, your old paradigms are going to try and pull you back. So you want to be the one that's in control of how you feel. We're always in control of how we feel. Now, sometimes we give that power to somebody else. So we'll say something like, well, he made me feel, or she made me feel, or because of what you did, I feel, No, you decided what you're going to feel. It may have been a reaction or a response, and it might have been something that you weren't even consciously thinking about. But either way, you are always, always, always in control of how you're feeling. And we've got to understand that, respect that, and appreciate that as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to the questions that have been submitted in advance. And I'm going to address those questions. So we still have about another 22 minutes. And I believe we've had several questions that were sent in advance. The first one is from Alyssa Brown. And so Alyssa's question is, you mentioned that you listen to your Power Life script multiple times a day and evening, listening when not alone. So I listen to it alone, yes. And I listen to it sometimes when I'm with other people. I'll give you an example of that. Today, I actually went to the Ottawa Conference and Event Center. I will be doing 2 events this spring. One is called High-End Manifestors, and the other one's called Masters Manifesting. And so I have secured some space at the Ottawa Convention and Event Center. And I wanted to see the ballroom. I wanted to energetically feel what it feels like there. Now, sure, somebody else could have done that, but I wanted to go. So I asked my husband if he wanted to go for a drive with me because he's retired. It's a beautiful sunny day. And he said yes. So what I did was I had been listening to my Power Life script with my earbuds. And so what I did was I had been listening in my office. I was working with my, oh dear, hang on here a second. Oopsie. I pushed a button on my, there we go. And so I was listening in my office to my Power Life script. And when Denny said yes, he would come with me. Normally, I'm listening to my Power Life script in my vehicle, and I listen to it when he's in the car as well, but I usually turn the volume down a little bit. So instead, I put my earbuds in. I continued to listen to it while I was driving. And when I got to the hotel, to the Ottawa Conference and Event location, and I had my meeting with Sarah, the lovely lady who's taking care of us, I still had them in. And so they were under my hair. She didn't even know that they were there. And the volume was set to about half. So I could hear it. It was going on, and I was having a conversation with her. But it was a conversation that was an easy conversation. You know, she's showing me meeting space, and I'm asking her questions, and she's answering them, and I'm still listening to it. So the question that was asked of Alyssa is, can you tell me how this affects the effectiveness if you're not consciously or intently listening and feeling the message of the recording? Thank you very much. Well, I listen to it multiple times a day, and I listen to it when I'm alone. So I'll listen to it when I'm in my office. I'll listen to it when I'm in the kitchen. Like, as I mentioned, I'm going to be making dinner later for my husband. I'll be listening to it again, and I'll be in the kitchen alone while I'm making dinner. And then I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it. But the reason why I suggest that you listen to it even when you're not actively paying attention is because it's still going in your subconscious mind. Everything that you're taking in from your senses is going in your conscious mind. You see, what a lot of people don't realize is that they're being affected by other stimuli. For example, other conversations, things that they're seeing on magazines, on the front of magazines, things that they're hearing in the news. You know, there are a lot of people that go to bed with the news on. I remember my mom used to do that. Well, that's going in. It's going in. If you're not even awake, it's going into your subconscious. And frankly, you should be very, very, very aware of what you're allowing into your conscious mind or in your subconscious mind, especially when you're about to go to sleep, because it's such an impressionable amount of time. And so the reason why I continue to listen to it, even though I might be doing other things, is because I know it's still being impacted. It's still impacting my subconscious mind. That's why I listen to it, even though I may not be actively listening to it at all times. Okay, the next question is from Anna. Anna is saying, sometimes I get so absorbed in my work or work late nights and don't bask in the feeling of my goal fulfilled as often in a day that I would like. Any suggestions to increase my goal focus while doing other things that require my focused attention as well? Sure. Well, you know, you could still have your focused attention on things. I'm doing it right now. I'm with you, but I can still feel the elation of knowing that I've already manifested my goals into physical form, or my goal, my top goal, into physical form. It's easy to do. You've got to know and believe it's easy to do. We can focus on more than one thing at one time. Now, there are times when I'm in my office, if I'm in creative mode or I'm reading or studying, like yesterday, as an example, I was sitting in my living room. And I actually had my earbuds in, and I started to read Feeling is the Secret. I was reading it out loud. Well, I'm able to do that. I can read out loud and listen at the same time. But I decided to take the earbuds out because I really wanted to give this book again. I mean, for the 1,000th time that I've read it, I really wanted to give it my undivided attention. So what I chose to do was take the earbuds out of my ears and put them down and really focus on that at that time. So you can do that. So it's not a matter of doing it as much as you like. There's very, very, very likely a lot more opportunity for you to do this more often, and you just don't realize it. So last week when I was in Sarasota, Florida, and I was on stage with Phil Goldfine, who's a business partner of sorts of mine, and we were doing an event together, and we were talking about processes, right? Daily disciplines that we are both involved in, that we do actively every single day, that have us be in the perfect alignment with our goals. And Phil Goldfine said one of the things that he does is that he feels the gratitude of his goal as if it's already manifested in his life all the time throughout the day. He says, I'm doing it right now. So here's Phil Goldfine. He's on stage with me at the front of the room. We got a ballroom full of people, and he was doing it in that moment. So you can be doing it. It's not taking away from what you're doing in your job per se, unless you allow it to take it away. So you could be feeling the joy, you could be feeling the gratitude, you could be doing your work, and at the same time, what are you really feeling? You're feeling the gratitude, knowing that the outcome that you desire is already yours. All right. So that's what I would suggest. Kim has a question here, and the question is, when I fix a goal, then other opportunities come to me and then I cannot give full focus to my goal. Well, you just choose not to. I'm in a goal for a job. Same time, another job opportunity comes in front of me. Well, you get to choose, right? Like that's one of our wonderful blessings that we've been given. We get to choose. What are you going to do? What are you going to focus on? And in this event, in this experience, you can decide, is this what I really want to do? Is this in alignment with what I want to do, and make a new decision? But you can absolutely stay focused on your outcome regardless of what else shows up, right? And this does take discipline. It definitely takes you using your will to really hold that idea and focus on it intensely. So it's just going to take some practice, going to take some time, but absolutely you'll be able to do that. All right, we have other questions that have been coming in. So I'm going to head over to those. We have a question that has been submitted by Jane. How do you get back in alignment when you're sick? I've been sick with a cold and think of anything else but being sick. Okay, well, change that. If you're having a cold, just start thinking healthy thoughts, especially if you're laying in bed or whatever. It's perfect time to just grab your little earbuds or your earpieces, your headphones or whatever, and just plug them in and start to listen. Just listen. I'll tell you, you'll be able to pick yourself up just like that when you're really, really focused. And one of the things that can be enjoyable about that experience is when you are sick, as an example, and you mentioned that you have a cold, when you are sick, what that does is gives you that opportunity to relax, to take care of yourself. And when you're in that state, your subconscious is far more impressionable, because it's like your defenses have gone down. So I would be firing my mind up even more with the materials, with the Power Life script, if that was me. All right. And get yourself right back on track. Plus, I remember Bob Proctor describing that when people get sick, it's usually because their body is at dis-ease. So he hyphenated the word. It means there's sometimes a decision that you're attempting to make. And then quite often when people are in conflict or attempting to make a decision, or they have a big decision to make, sometimes what happens for them is they get out of ease. So that's when sickness comes in, because they're a little more susceptible to receiving that kind of thing. And that's okay. Just push it away, let it go. It's all good. All right. Denise says, clear your nose and ears out with peroxide, says Tammy. Cute. Okay, Denise says, how do you get an alignment with anything, especially money? How do you get alignment with it? Denise, what you do is, first of all, you decide what it is that you want, and then you determine what does that feel like now that you have it, and then you stay connected to the feeling state. And get yourself a Power Life script, because that would absolutely put you in alignment consistently with whatever it is that you desire. So those are the basic, simple steps for how to do that. And it looks like we've got Fiona here from Ireland. Hamid is here from Toronto. Awesome. If you have any questions, you can just type them in the chat box on either Instagram, YouTube. We've got some chat going here as well. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you. Okay, what does Genevieve say? She said, listen to my Power Life script all day long, even when I am out and about with people. Me too. It is always playing in my ear, but I am paying attention to people as I'm listening. Is this a good thing? Yes, that's a great thing, Genevieve. I do the exact same thing. Sometimes I'll be having, coffee with my husband in the morning. And of course, he's used to me now. And I'll have my earbuds in. And I like getting those earbuds going as early in the day as possible. And the reason why I like getting my earbuds and start listening to my Power Life script as early as possible is because I have set an objective, which I've been following since, over a year now, but a year and a month, that I listen to my Power Life script 7 times every single day. And so since I'm listening to it 7 times every day, and it's approximately 30 minutes long, that's a lot of minutes listening to it. Now, there are some days when I listen to it more than that. I know the other day I listened to it, I think it was Friday, I was listening to it. I probably listened to it a dozen times, and I do not think I'm exaggerating. I listened to it a dozen times, and the more you listen to it, the better you will connect with it. But remember, when you're listening to your Power Life script, be really connected to the feeling states. That's the idea behind it. Now, even if you're not, it is going into your subconscious mind, but I will say this, you'll get even better results if you are at some point while you're listening to it, that you're at some point really connecting to the emotional states while you're listening to it, like actively connecting to the emotional states. Okay. Oh yeah, thank you so much, Celine. We are doing an event. I mentioned that I was listening to my Power Life script earlier today because I was down at the Ottawa Conference and Event Center, which is a great location. There's a couple hotels attached to it. It's going to be a perfect location for our next event. We're doing an event called Masters Manifesting. We haven't even promoted it yet, but we have early bird tickets that are available. Our intention is that it will be sold out. So if you're interested in attending, we've actually sold a bunch of tickets this weekend. So if your intention is to attend the event, go to mastersmanifesting.com. It's for people from anywhere in the world. Ottawa is a beautiful city. It is our nation's capital here in Canada. It's a great vacation destination as well. So if you would love to join us, we'd love to have you here. And you can just go to mastersmanifesting.com. Celine will put the link on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube so that you can check it out, and would love to have you there. This is an event that I'm co-delivering with Phil Goldfine. And it's about manifesting anything and everything that you desire. It will be on the 9th. It's a Saturday, 9th of May, and from 9 to 5, and then Sunday, 9 to 1. I know the 10th of May is Mother's Day. We'll be finished by 1 o'clock. So for those of you that want to go see your mom or whatever, you can go, or maybe fly home and see your mom when you get back, or bring your mom. Even better, bring your mom if you can. I can't. My mom's not on this earthly plane anymore, but if I could, I certainly would. So you can definitely bring your mom and join us. So I don't see any other questions at this moment. We are going to be back together again in a couple days. So today we're really talking about when you find yourself off track, how to get back on track. So in summary, what I suggest is that you create your own disciplines that you're going to follow and really implement them into your life on a daily basis. I'm implementing disciplines every single day. I have been for many, many years. They've really served me well. The Power Life script is my most effective technique for manifesting your every desire. It is our biggest selling product, our best selling product. And everywhere I go, I run into people that are using their Power Life script to manifest their desires. And it's something that I absolutely recommend that everybody get involved in so that you can be creating your lifestyle as well. Danielle says, do you ever come to Europe? I've been to Europe many times. I've been to Czech Republic. I've been to England many, many times. I've been to Austria and Italy and Portugal and Czech Republic. Did I say that already? And I love Europe. I absolutely plan on going back to Europe, and we'll probably find a way to blend in some of our events at the same time. My husband and I were booking a vacation in July, And I've never been to Prince Edward Island, and it's one of the provinces here in Canada. And I love my country. I'm a big fan of Canada. I love Canada. Canada Day. I love having a big celebration. And so Denny and I have decided we're going to Prince Edward Island in July around our anniversary. And so I actually wrote in my agenda to call the hotel where we're staying to see if they have a meeting room. And I said to Denny on the weekend, I said, honey, I'm thinking about running an event while I'm in Prince Edward Island on manifesting. So this weekend I registered a URL, which is a web address. And the URL that I registered is a domain name, is manifestyoureverydesire.com. And so I'm looking at running an event called Manifest Your Every Desire in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island in July. So I'll let you guys know about that. And Mary says, oh, my daddy went there from Ireland all the time. Awesome. Come to Spain. Wonderful. I'd love to do that. Love to go to Spain. Love to go to Ireland. Again, I'm really, really looking forward to going to Ireland. There's just, my grandfather was from Scotland. My other grandmother was from England. And I'm very drawn to, I've been to England many times, but I'm very drawn to Scotland and Ireland. So that is somewhere that Denny and I will we definitely plan on going. So whenever we book any kind of events anywhere in the world, we'll definitely let you know. What I do suggest for anyone that's watching this right now, whether you're on live or whether you're watching the recording, is ensure that you sign up for the Masters Manifesting messages. So go to mastersmanifesting.com or go to the front page of peggymccall.com. I send out 3 videos every week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. They're free. They're all about manifesting techniques. Today was about the value of persistence. And if you're not a subscriber to Masters Manifesting, as I said, it's free. Go there now, mastersmanifesting.com, sign up so you'll get on the email list where we'll send out notifications whenever I post a new video. Also, anytime I'm doing events, so if you happen to live in Charlottetown, PR, or want to go there as well, or you'd love to come to Ottawa, we will be sharing with you, our subscribers, these events. So if I do anything in Europe, we'll definitely let you know. Thanks, Tammy. She says they're great. Yeah, we got thousands of subscribers to that. A lot of great feedback. People really love them. And we love doing them. We love sharing. We love giving great value, as we're doing right now with our live events. So okay, well, we're just about the bottom of the hour. We're going to call it a wrap for today. And morning manifestation. What did I say? Did I say the wrong name? Morning manifestation. Did I say the wrong name? What was I saying? Morning manifestation. Okay, thank you, Celine. I don't know if I said that. Come to the Barbados. Yeah, how about that? That's a great idea. I love that idea. Definitely the Barbados. Okay, so Vinny says, how do we know when our belief matches with a state? Okay, I'm going to finish up with that question. It's a great question. So Vinny wants to know, how do we know when our belief matches with the state? Well, you'll know by how you feel. Essentially, it's how you feel. Like, I really believe our emotions are like muscles that we work and we grow and we build. So if you're looking to manifest something in your life, that's why you have to determine, what's that going to feel like? So if money, and money's a good one because a lot of people want to manifest money in their life. Oh, I said Masters Manifesting. Okay, thank you, Celine. So it's morning manifestation. Those are the 3 free videos that I do every day. So if money is something that you desire, then you've got to feel as if you already have it. So if you're saying to yourself, I'm so happy and grateful that I'm easily earning, and you declare what that amount is, or I'm so happy and grateful that I'm happy and a healthy multimillionaire. But even as you say the words, you're thinking, oh, that's a fraud, or it's not. You've got to keep doing it until you can really feel it, until you anchor it in. You'll get to a point where you know it. And I've often told the story of how when I started to date my husband, Denis, and he came to my home and he asked me the question, what happens when you're not making money? I said, I'm always making money. I'm a money-making machine, because I knew that to be true. And that was something that I had developed as a belief. So if you don't have the belief, you can build the belief with your Power Life script. If you don't have the belief, you can affirm the belief over and over again until you start to believe it. It will take time. It's a process, but it doesn't have to take a lot of time. It could be something that you just decide. I really find that dissatisfaction can stimulate growth. And I find that the more dissatisfied you are, the more you have a burning desire to have that as an outcome, the more you are connecting to that outcome as if it's already here, the faster it's going to be manifested in your life. All right. So those are my messages for you for today. I love being with you guys. We're going to be back again together a little bit later this week. I'll just check the calendar and let you know when we're doing this again. We're doing this again on Thursday, the 13th. I love the 13th of the month at 3 o'clock as well. So I look forward to being back with you guys again in a matter of a few days. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys. Check out the morning manifestation videos, get yourself logged onto those, and come and join us here in Ottawa for Masters Manifesting. It's our live event that we're doing in May of 2020 right here in beautiful Ottawa. So thank you so much, guys. I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Bye-bye for now.